Hello, and welcome to Potter Park Zoo's Online Volunteer Orientation, Part 4, Section 1, Signing Up to Volunteer and Volunteer Resources. As with previous sections, you will be asked to take a short quiz after you complete Part 4, both Sections 1 and 2. How do you sign up for volunteer opportunities? Signing up for all volunteer opportunities happens through myimpactpage.com or the My Impact app, available on both Android and Apple devices. After completing the full orientation process, your profile will be changed to Accepted, allowing you to see volunteer opportunities, and you can sign up. First, let's start by taking a look at myimpactpage.com. We'll take a look at the My Impact app in a separate link video. At the login screen, you can see there's an opportunity to click on a link in case you forget your username or password. The home screen has a snapshot of your volunteer hours and any upcoming shifts. You can scroll down and you can see volunteer news and our current social feed. Badges is a little accomplishment section, and we can talk about that in a little bit. And of course, our ever important mission. At the top, you can see an Opportunities tab, which you can view in a calendar format or a list format. The calendar format gives you the opportunity to see the entire month or a week or a day at a time. You can filter the view up here by category and start time if you choose. In the calendar view, simply click on an opportunity you wish to look into. When you click on it, you'll get the description of the activity and important information you will need to know for this activity. Please be sure to read all of this information. You can see who is scheduled, and you can sign up. In the list view, you also have the opportunity to filter by activities, available openings, what you're qualified for. You can sort it by activity name or date. In this view, let's take a look at grounds and garden beautification. When you see the eye, you can click on that to get the description of the activity. And you can see the start date of the shift and when these shifts end. Clicking on that particular activity again, you're brought to the description. Scroll all the way down, and you can filter by day or time or both. You can see if any of your shifts overlap, how many openings there are available, who signed up, if you're scheduled, and of course, you can sign up. Scrolling back up to the top under Schedule will give you your current schedule. You can filter it by a date or a date range. You can click this link over to the right under Actions to add it to your Yahoo calendar, Google, or another calendar. You can also print your schedule or download it here. Under Hours, if you are assigned an activity that allows you to log your own hours, which will then be approved by the volunteer coordinator, you can select the activity here and the date you volunteered and the hours. You can see your most recent volunteer activity here, and you can click View to get more detailed information. Under the Reports tab, you can see a variety of ways to look at your hours, download or export your hours and feedback report. Feedback is information you've put in regarding your experience volunteering on a particular day, or the detailed description of the special project you may be working on. Contact. You can send an email from within Volunteer Impact. Select the volunteer coordinator, enter the subject, the message, any attachments you may wish to include, and send the email. In the My Profile section, under Contact Information, this is information you would have submitted in the original application you completed. If any of this information should change, please update it here and click the Save button. We do ask that you select text messaging, this option, so we can reach you should you be on zoo grounds in an emergency situation where we would send a group text to all volunteers on ground at that moment. Up here to the right, you can add your photo. We encourage you to add your photo so that others can see who they're volunteering with, and we can all get to know each other, putting together the face with the name. You can select your privacy settings, whether you want others to see your last name, and we do ask that you do select this to allow others to at least see your first name. And if you wish not to have somebody see your photo, you can select or deselect that here. And remember to click Save. You can subscribe to weekly reminders of your schedule and update your calendar subscription here. Next, under Profile, additional information. Again, this is information you provided on the original application form. In particular, if the emergency situation, your contact information should change, please update it here. And remember again to click Save. Under Qualifications, this will show you all of the trainings you completed, or if you are in a particular segment of volunteers, for instance, you've been assigned to the Grounds and Beautification volunteer segment. Trainings. This is where you are accessing the volunteer orientation training currently, and any other future trainings may be accessed here as well. Badges again, just a little snapshot of any accomplishments. You can change your password. See organizations that you volunteer with that use this software. Track any volunteer hours goals. Update your interests. Update your availability. And a time clock QR code. This is a great backup in case you use the My Impact app and the app isn't working or you have limited cell phone connection. You can use this QR code on grounds in the volunteer lounge where there's an iPad. When you hold this QR code to the camera of the iPad, it will log you into your profile and you can start your volunteer clock there. Files. Here's a list of different files available to you, in particular the Volunteer Guide, which has a summary of all of the information covered in the volunteer orientation. And this will show any other important documents you may want to access. Merge Profile. Again, if you are volunteering for another organization that utilizes this software, you can merge your profile and have one place to look at everything and log in and track everything. Let's go back and take a look at another resource available to you. PPZ Volunteer website. Some of the information we've already covered may be accessed here in the Potter Park Zoo volunteer portal, such as the volunteer guide I referred to, a central hub for any training materials and links, and access to the Volunteer My Impact page, which we just went over. Let's take a closer look. There are top tabs here: Home, Resources, and Contact. Resources gets you to the volunteer guide I mentioned and any other necessary resources. Contact, you may contact the general monitor of this website or any specific individuals in our organization. Back to the home screen, you may see little segments like Moodle that are for education training, and San Diego Global, another education training module. These are for individuals who are in the education training path. However, if you're interested in a San Diego Zoo Global Academy login or access to this module, please contact Kelly or Jennifer for more information. And here you can access My Impact or Volunteer Impact, and then also that Resources section, which is the same as this Resources tab. Scrolling down is access to the Culture City training. Culture City training will be a required training for all volunteers. We are a certified sensory inclusive zoo. All of the staff and volunteers are required to take the Culture City training, helping us better understand the needs of individuals with sensory sensitivities. Other information about volunteer hours and the numbers of volunteers in the previous year, and our awesome team. Next, please continue Part 4 with the My Impact, the app video link.